This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Be Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at bepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply.
I'm Danielle Nuhfer, an educator for over 20 years who went up against 2 bouts of serious teacher burnout before finally realizing that I needed to share what worked and what didn't with educators everywhere. This is when Teaching Well was born. At Teaching Well, I partner with schools who recognize that when teacher well-being is prioritized, true teaching and learning can happen. And there's nothing more integral to building this kind of school culture than finding ways to care for yourself in the midst of all the school day hustle and bustle. Building in these moments is what this show is all about and what I hope to bring to you each time I get the opportunity to speak with you here. So with that, let's begin. Have you ever woken up feeling like you've lost sight of who you are? Like you're caught in a whirlwind of responsibilities, obligations, and stress? And you even wonder, how the heck did I even get here? Well, if you have, you're not alone. Like you, many educators have found themselves on a path you didn't quite anticipate, one filled with mounting pressure and overwhelming demands. But here's the thing I like to tell the people that I work with. You may be on this path, but you don't have to be trapped on this path. In fact, you likely chose it out of a deep passion for teaching and desire to make a difference in the lives of your students. But somewhere along the way, the weight of expectations became too heavy to bear. The good news is you have the power to choose a different path. And I know you think just feeling inundated by all the stress, but you really do have the ability to choose. You have the ability to choose serenity over stress and calm over chaos. And that's where the journey of the mindful teacher begins. Lao Tzu once said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Perhaps you've already taken that step by just tuning into this podcast today. Maybe you're ready to reclaim your sense of self and rediscover the joy in teaching. So what does it mean to walk the path of the mindful teacher? What does it mean to choose serenity over stress? It's about recognizing that your stress is contagious and acknowledging that you have the power to break free from its grip. It's about embracing the reality that you do have choices, even if you don't always like all of them, and finding empowerment in the choices that you do make every day. So how do we begin this journey? Well, it starts with a simple shift in your mindset, a willingness to let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can change. So no, we can't make all of the changes that we want to make in our school systems, in our tiny school district, and worldwide. We just aren't able to do all that. But what can we do in our classroom to alleviate some of that stress and to bring a little bit of serenity to our daily lives? So it's about accepting that our well-being matters just as much as the well-being of our students. So when we're making those choices, we need to keep in mind that our well-being matters just as much as our students. When we embark on this path, remember, you're not alone. Many, many other educators have walked this road before you, facing similar struggles and uncertainties. But together, we can support one another and create a community of mindful teachers dedicated to nurturing themselves, which inadvertently supports students. You don't have to teach them anything in order to impact them with the choices that you make. So as you go about your day, remember that you have a choice. You have the power to choose serenity over stress and calm over chaos. And that doesn't mean there's not stress and chaos. It just means you're trying to find different ways to embrace some serenity and a little calm in the midst of all the things that are going on around you. With each mindful step you take, you're not just transforming your own life, you're shaping the future of education. And what's more powerful than that? If this morning's motivation resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you and connect more. Schedule a time to connect at teachingwell.life/call And check out the show notes to find out how we can partner together.
Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.